Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video, you guys, is gonna be absolutely bonkers. And not only that, it should be absolutely shocking. Roughly $10 trillion worth of real estate has been purchased in secret from offshore trust funds that are able to conceal the identity of the purchasers and also allows the purchasers to avoid many tax liabilities. Now, some of these investors in these trust funds are drug dealers and money launderers who have found loopholes in the laws and have decided to put their money, their drug money, in the US housing market. But not just in the US, guys, also in the European housing market. Now, obviously, what that does in turn is yet again, it messes up the entire housing market for all of the local natives of those metro areas and the first-time home buyers. This is getting completely out of hand. Now we even have out-of-country criminals coming in and purchasing homes. So to put this in perspective about how much of a circus show this really is, if we just had only 1 million of additional active listings, we would essentially be in a hyper supply crisis. We need just 1 million more. So here's the thing, you guys, right now we have over 15 million homes, 15 million that are sitting vacant. How does that make sense? But regardless, guys, we're going to take a look at all this stuff today. Do me a favor, though. Understand this is my personal YouTube channel. I'm not a financial advisor, even though my bio is as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in all things real estate in Texas. So I know a little bit about real estate, guys, but do me a favor, like this video real quick, shoot me a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit notifications. But let's get started now. And this has been going on for a long time. You guys may want to sit down for this. Here's the name of the article. It will be referenced in my description. This article is actually old. This is pointing out things that have been happening for a while. Now, this is from the ICIJ. It's essentially an investigating journalism community. So this is really interesting. Secret real estate purchases are driving force behind the offshore economy. No longer content with Miami condos and London townhouses, investors are pouring money into properties in all corners of the world, driving up prices. Pandora Papers investigation reveals. I will have the Pandora Papers linked in my video if you guys want to explore that more. What do a beadle, an autocrat's daughter, and a scandal-plagued Catholic order have in common? Each made multi-million-dollar investments in real estate through offshore companies or trusts that are disguised the property's ownership. So again, you guys, offshore trust funds, okay? For Beatles drummer Ringo Starr, the property in question was a Los Angeles mansion. Arzo, daughter of Ozberg president, I don't know how to pronounce that name, purchased a London office building. The Legion of Christ, a wealthy religious order disgraced by sexual abuse scandals, poured millions of dollars into rental properties across the United States. I don't even want to go there, but when I see religions profit, like go after like profit at, y'all, I'm just going to keep my opinions out of this, but can you guys believe what we're reading so far? Let me go on. Star, Oliveira, and the Legion are among hundreds of real estate owners or investors whose identities are revealed in the Pandora Papers, a massive coach of records that gave rise to a global investigation led by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. I find this shocking. We got so many people, drug dealers, we got, religious organizations, investors from all over the world that have decided to invest in the US housing market. And you guys, something needs to change, because if it doesn't, instead of the American dream of home ownership, all we're going to get left with is being a nation of renters. Something has to change. People need to stop taking away our houses in America. Do y'all agree with that? Comment below. And the fact that there's like now secret societies, right? Criminals that are hiding their identity to do this, shocking. Something needs to change. In statements to ICIJ, the Legion acknowledged that it had set up one offshore trust identified in the leaked files, but said it had no knowledge of the two others. The leaked records expose billions of dollars of spending by the rich and famous, celebrities and politicians, religious people, and other members in the uber rich. And they're buying not only luxury real estate, but also properties not typically associated with offshore purchases, dairy farms, a shopping mall, rental homes in America. It's funny that they're considering dairy farms and shopping malls as lucrative as homes, as rental homes in America. Disgusting, disgusting. The cat's out the bag and the world wants to invest in our market. Now, homes in American suburbs have all been bought directly or indirectly through offshore companies or trusts, the records show. Hundreds of companies in the Pandora Papers files listed owning real estate as a purpose. ICIJ analysis found politicians who use offshore companies to own properties in more than 10 countries, including the United Kingdom, United States, France, Morocco, Barbados, and Italy. The owners include the King of Jordan, the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, and Lebanon, the entire world. And they have all denied any wrongdoing. If they're denying any wrongdoing, my question is why are they hiding their identity? Because probably they know it's wrong, right? And the politicians, why are our politicians putting money in an offshore fund to invest in American households? Why? Why is this allowed to happen? I don't get this. Let's get back into the article. Real estate is a stable investment that often appreciates in value. By purchasing property through a shell company, buyers can secure tax breaks and shield their identities from law enforcement authorities and creditors that may want to go after them. Secrecy also empowers criminals, including money launderers and drug cartels. Their trade in real estate through offshore companies moves millions of dollars while avoiding scrutiny. In the United Kingdom, a director of the National Crime Agency said he believed that dirty money had skewed London's property market. This is insane. So drug dealers are ruining it for London. And wait till you see how much property was purchased in London. The combination of asset security and secrecy has also made offshore holdings a haven for money and other assets from less stable economies. So now we have economies, we have countries, you guys. Countries are investing in our real estate. A growing body of evidence suggests that offshore purchases at the high end of the real estate market have a ripple effect, pricing out people lower down the property ladder. In the UK alone, the Pandora Papers reveal the beneficiary owners of an estimated $5 billion worth of property, much of it in London, where more than 36,000 properties are owned through offshore companies. If you guys don't fall out of your seat, hearing that, I don't know what else to say. I mean, 36,000 homes bought by drug dealers and disgraced Catholic priests. Are you kidding me right now? How do you stop these people? The leaked records reveal a small fraction of homes, hotels, factories, and other properties owned worldwide through companies and trusts set up in tax havens. One recent study estimated that real estate worth between 5 trillion and 10 trillion, or about as much as the total wealth of Spain, could be owned through offshore vehicles. You guys, $10 trillion? $10 trillion? Insane. Whether people are hiding from tax authorities or law enforcement or from the scrutiny of trusting public, these transactions are about obtaining impunity. The article concludes, legislators in the U.S. responding to the Pandora Papers investigation have proposed requiring lawyers and real estate agents to perform more rigorous background checks of their clients and their clients' wealth. Okay, so they're going to have a law, because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no real estate agent going to do that. These real estate agents want to make money. You think and especially when the market's distressed, they're going to throw due diligence to the side and they're going to try to make their mortgage payment. Okay. More than likely, there are some good people. Let's continue. A division of the Treasury Department that investigates money laundering has said it will require more information about the true owners of homes owned through shell companies. Why don't we just ban shell companies? Let's just ban institutional investing in shell companies. Let's just do that. We would fix our problem overnight, right? In my opinion, we're going to fix our problem overnight. We do that. But to date, authorities have done little to try to prevent the common and legal use of offshore vehicles to lower tax bills on property purchases. COBUM, a tax justice network, said that the ability of the wealthy and well-connected to avoid taxes by using offshore companies and trust was a way of locking in inequality. We need to eliminate definitively any kind of tax advantage that can be obtained simply by dressing up a transaction with an offshore company. Now, when we read stuff like this, and if you're like me, if you're on the sidelines, or if you're a first-time home buyer, if you're renting right now, this could be especially discouraging. But I do want to remind you that you have the ability to become a winner on the other side of this housing market. And by reading this and what's really going on, this should tell us that we need to prepare. So we want to invest in real estate with our obedience, with our dedication, with our intelligence, with our data, and we don't want to use our emotions, right? And we don't want to keep our heads in the sand by acting like this stuff doesn't exist. We need to understand this stuff exists, you guys, so that we don't become a nation of renters. Comment below. Let me know if you agree. But either way, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope you guys got some value, insights, and perspective. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck because we will need it. And I hope you win.